Hi Sarah, welcome to this episode where we're going to talk about English in a simple way while traveling through this podcast with simple and accessible phrases. Are you ready to take our listeners on a journey?
Absolutely, John. I'm so excited. Travel is life, right?
Totally. And today, we're starting with a simple question. Why do we travel?
For me, it's curiosity. I love discovering new foods, languages, cultures, even small things like local coffee shops.
I get that. For me, travel is about perspective. Seeing new places makes me realize how big the world is and how small my everyday problems are.
Exactly. And it's also about stories. Every trip gives you a million little stories you can share forever.
Speaking of stories, remember your first big trip?
Oh yes, Italy. I was 20. I thought I knew everything about travel. Spoiler, I did not.
I think we've all had that moment. My first big trip was Morocco. I had no idea what I was getting into.
And yet, those awkward first experiences are what make the best memories later.
Totally. Missing buses, struggling with maps, trying street food that scared you a little.
Oh yes, the fear makes it fun. That's when the real adventure begins.
So, Sarah, since we talked about first big trips, what was the most surprising thing you encountered in Italy?
Oh, definitely the language barrier. I thought I spoke a little Italian, but apparently a little was not enough.
I know that feeling. In Morocco, I tried ordering a simple mint tea and ended up with 3 desserts, 2 sandwiches, and a confused waiter.
Exactly. The first time traveling alone, everything feels like a puzzle.
Right. And somehow, even wrong turns become stories, like getting lost on purpose or not so on purpose.
Yes. I once walked for 2 hours thinking I was heading to a museum, and I ended up at a local wedding.
No way! How was it?
Incredible! Everyone danced with me, even though I had no idea what they were saying.
That's the magic of travel. Total strangers suddenly feel like friends.
And every unexpected moment teaches you something, even if it's just how to bow politely or how to say sorry in 5 languages.
Absolutely. And sometimes the surprises are small but unforgettable, like the smell of a bakery in a quiet street, or a sunset you didn't expect.
That's why I always say the best travel moments are unplanned.
Couldn't agree more. Planning is important, but leaving room for magic? That's essential. So, since we were talking about surprises, what's the most memorable food experience you've had while traveling?
Oh, hands down, the seafood in Greece. I tried octopus for the first time. Totally fresh, totally unexpected.
Wow, that sounds amazing. For me, it was ramen in Japan. I didn't know food could feel like a hug for your soul.
Ha ha ha, I love that description. And the funny thing is, trying new food can be terrifying at first.
True. Remember that time I tried street food in Thailand and immediately regretted it?
Oh yes, the spiciest thing you've ever eaten. Your face was red for hours.
Exactly. But the locals loved it when I struggled. They laughed, offered me milk, and gave me a little pride boost.
That's one of the best parts of travel. Human connections. Food is just the start.
And it teaches humility. You realize the world is bigger than your comfort zone and hotter than your taste buds can handle.
Yes, and culture shocks aren't just about food. It's the way people live, talk, greet each other. It's fascinating.
Absolutely. For example, in Morocco, people greeted me like I was family instantly. That was eye-opening.
And sometimes, even the small gestures matter. A smile, helping with directions, sharing tea.
Those moments often become the most memorable travel stories.
Exactly. That's why I always say travel is less about the places, more about the people.
So, Sarah, we've talked about surprises and food, but what about those moments when travel goes totally wrong?
Oh, definitely. Getting lost is both terrifying and hilarious. I once spent 3 hours trying to find my hostel in Lisbon.
That's nothing. I once missed my train in India and ended up on the wrong side of a city for half a day.
Did you at least see something interesting?
Yes, but mostly confusion and cows on the streets. Lots of cows.
That's amazing. I think getting lost is part of the adventure.
Absolutely. Sometimes, the wrong turn leads to the best memories.
Like the tiny cafe I found in Barcelona, because I couldn't find the museum I wanted. Best croissant of my life.
See? That's exactly what I mean. Travel, rewards, curiosity, and patience, and sometimes sheer luck.
And speaking of luck, airports are another chaos level.
Oh yes. Security lines, delayed flights, lost luggage. It's like a test of patience.
And creativity. You have to improvise, sleep on a bench, eat questionable snacks, make friends with strangers.
Ha 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 ha. I've met some of my favorite people in airports. Somehow, chaos brings humans together.
Exactly. And those stories are always funnier later. Like crying over a map you clearly couldn't read.
So, Sarah, we've laughed about getting lost and airport chaos, but have you ever had a trip that really changed your perspective on life?
Absolutely. Greece, specifically Naxos. Staying there for a month completely reset my brain.
Wow, what happened exactly?
I slowed down, read more, swam every day, and ate simple food. I realized I didn't need half the things I thought I needed.
That's amazing. For me, it was Nepal. I went for a trek near Annapurna, expecting mountains, but instead, I discovered humility.
Humility? Tell me more.
There was a woman who offered me tea. We didn't speak the same language, but the connection felt pure.
That's beautiful. Small human moments really stick with you forever.
Exactly. I questioned what really matters in life. Spoiler, it's not emails.
Hahaha, definitely not emails.
And the mountains, the silence, the people. It was a total reset.
That's what I love about travel. It can be magical, spiritual, or just plain funny. Sometimes all at once.
Couldn't agree more. It reminds us that life is bigger than our routines. So, Sarah, let's talk about traveling alone versus with someone. Which do you prefer?
Both have pros and cons. Solo travel is freedom. You eat when you want, sleep when you want, Go wherever you want.
True, but solo travel can also be lonely at times.
Yes, but it forces you to meet new people. I made friends with a local artist in Slovenia just because I was alone.
That's the beauty of solo trips. You're open to connections you might never have made.
Exactly. And traveling with someone? It's fun, but it tests your patience.
Oh yes, if you can survive shared bathrooms, missed trains, and different schedules together, you can survive anything.
That's true. And shared memories are priceless.
There's also compromise. Sometimes you want to sleep in, the other wants to wake up at 5 a.m.
But those compromises create funny stories later, like arguing over which direction to walk in Venice.
And sometimes, disagreements lead to adventures you wouldn't plan on your own.
Exactly. Travel teaches flexibility and patience, sometimes unwillingly.
But in the end, whether solo or with a partner, it's about experiences.
Absolutely. Experiences are what make travel unforgettable.
So, Sarah, when you travel, do you prefer nature or cities?
Oh, nature. Definitely. Mountains, beaches, forests. There's something calming about being outside.
I get that, but cities have their charm too. Cafes, markets, street performers, everything is alive.
True, but nature feels timeless. You breathe fresh air, hear birds, see real landscapes.
And cities teach you energy, culture, history. It's exciting in a different way.
I agree. Sometimes I like to mix both. Spend a few days in a city, then escape to the countryside.
That's the perfect balance. Urban chaos and natural calm.
And the food. Cities have unique food scenes you won't find in nature.
But fresh fruit picked from a tree in a small village, unbeatable.
Ha ha ha. Okay, I'll give you that. Nothing beats fresh mango.
Travel really teaches appreciation for nature, culture, and food.
And perspective. Seeing how people live differently, even in small towns, is inspiring.
Exactly. Every place has its own rhythm, its own energy. You just need to observe it. You know, Sarah, after talking about all these travel stories and lessons, I realized something.
What's that?
The journey doesn't stop when the trip ends.
That's so true. The real journey continues inside you.
Exactly. You carry the places, the people, the moments, like little souvenirs in your mind.
Yes. And sometimes, months later, something small reminds you of a trip. A smell, a sound, a color.
Or a taste. Like when I smell street food, I'm instantly back in Hanoi at Sex A.
Ha ha ha. Or when I hear waves at night, I'm back in that tiny beach in Greece where we stayed up talking.
Travel makes memories that stay alive long after you come home.
And what I love is that travel changes how you see your own life.
Absolutely. Problems look smaller. Dreams look bigger.
And your heart, it feels more open.
Yes. More open to new people, new ideas, new ways of living.
I think that's why travel is addictive. It wakes something up inside you.
It's like a reminder. You're alive. Don't forget to live.
Wow, yes, that's exactly it.
And even when you're back home, you start noticing things you ignored before. The sky, the trees, the way people smile.
Travel teaches you how to see, not just how to go.
Beautifully said.
So maybe the real magic of travel isn't the destination.
But the transformation.
Yes. And the fact that you never come back exactly the same.
And honestly, I think that's the best part.
Me too.
Well, this is the final part of our travel series.
But not the end of the journey.
Never. Because the world is big and the soul is curious.
So keep exploring, keep learning, keep feeling.
And remember, every step, no matter how small, is part of your story.
Thanks for traveling with us.
Until the next adventure.